Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So check it out. I got this 2006 Honda Civic with a 1.8 liter engine. Customer brings it in, just had a battery replaced, just had the alternator replaced, and today in the morning has to get it jump started because the car doesn't start. Right away, I'm thinking parasitic drain. What I do when I have a parasitic drain is right now the car starts. Let me just show you that. Okay, car starts, everything's fine. What I do when I have a parasitic drain is I turn it off, I leave the key in here, I get inside and I chill in here for a good 5-10 minutes, and I keep an eye out for the obvious. You know, we have dome lights that can stay on, we have another dome light in the back, maybe a potential glove box light, a footwell light, something's draining the battery overnight and is keeping something on. So I sit in here and I wait till I see something.
A few moments later.
Well, I did that on this car and guess what? Nothing. Okay, so then I went over to the trunk because this one does have a trunk light, and I closed the latch on the trunk and the light went out, so I rolled that trunk light out. So next thing I do is I go over to the fuse box that's under the hood, and actually, next thing I do is I go over under the hood, I set up my scope on a low amp clamp, and I check for a parasitic drain, and let me show you what I saw there. So this is what I did. I hooked up my scope, and I'm gonna reenact this shit because I already figured this one out, but I want to show you guys because it was a pretty good one. So I set up my scope, I got my lab scope, low amps 20. Okay, and I'm set up right here on a 5 amp scale. Get my amp clamp, put it on low amps, zero it out, and I put it around the battery negative, and this is what I see. There's a drain, there's a parasitic drain on this car with about 2.9, almost 3 amps. So first thing I do is I start pulling fuses over here, and I start one by one, and when I pull the AC fuse, let me get my fuse puller. When I pulled out the AC fuse, let me pull it out and keep you guys there, the drain goes away. You can see the number right there, half an amp or 0.05 of an amp. That's not even half an amp. All right, so I know that my drain is here on my AC fuse circuit. Put it back in there, and we got those 3 amps back. All right, so I know there's something going on with that AC circuit. So I get a wiring diagram, and on this diagram there is the AC compressor clutch. Here is that fuse 20, 7.5 amps, which powers up the relay, which in turn powers up the AC compressor clutch. Now, one thing I noticed was when I start the car up, let me start the car up, AC is off, start the car. Show you. If you look down here, right there in the middle of your screen, you can see the AC clutch, and it's engaged the whole time. You can see in the middle of the screen the AC clutch is engaged. You can see the brand new alternator, brand new battery, and here's that compressor, the fuse, and the relay. So let me turn this off. Turn this thing off. Okay, so he's off. I got a good parasitic drain right there, about 4 amps. That's not supposed to be there. So next thing I do is I come here, and when I pull the fuse out and I put it back in, I can hear the clutch engaging and disengaging. Now I'm gonna do it here at the connector, and I'm gonna keep you focused on that clutch. Watch what happens. So this is all I'm doing, okay? And that clutch engages and disengages. So that clutch is constantly running. Right now with the connector plugged in, it's engaged. It's not supposed to be. So if I unplug that, it disengages the clutch. So I know that my problem is over here somewhere. I go to the relay and I take it out, and my drain goes away, okay? I swap it with another relay. Now here's the thing. If I swap it with another relay and my drain is still there, that means that the problem is somewhere in the circuit. If I swap it with another relay and my drain is gone, then the problem is the relay. All right, so here's a known good relay. This is a known good relay. I put this relay in here and no more drain. So those 3.5 amps are coming from a relay that's stuck, constantly engaging the AC clutch. And this guy also said he had AC problems. If you look down here on the fan shroud, you can see like all this. That's the compressor spitting out the refrigerant because it's being over pressurized. So it has a high pressure relief valve and it's spitting out the refrigerant because that clutch is constantly engaged and the clutch doesn't cycle like it's supposed to. So that's what I did to figure it out, and turns out it was just a stuck relay that was giving him that parasitic drain. But it cost him a battery, it cost him an alternator, and all he needed was this relay. So I thought I'd share that with you guys because this was actually a good case, but I didn't catch it live because I was just trying to figure it out, and I did. Bad relay, 2006 Honda Civic. If you guys have a similar issue, check this. All right, one more thing that I wanted to cover just before I end the video. So let's say that I swapped relays and my drain was still there. Then I would be worried about the control side of the relay. So I would look into this leg, which is a power feed, because it also feeds all the other relays. And if one of these other relays is backfeeding through there and is keeping this relay on, then that would cause a drain too. Or pin 4, if you follow it, it goes down and it goes to the PCM. That PCM has 2 inputs for AC. It has the ECT and it has the AC pressure sensor. If one of these 2 sensors is bad, it's going to tell the PCM, hey PCM, turn on the relay because I want the clutch on or I want the fans on. The PCM is the one that controls all 4 relays. The one for the AC, the blower motor, the radiator fan, and the other fan. Okay, so you gotta take into consideration the whole circuit. Just because this fuse, when you pull this fuse, the drain goes away, you gotta look at everything that's on the fuse. Okay? Everything that's on that circuit, and that's it. You can say I got lucky by swapping relays and figuring out it was the relay, but still figured it out, still got fixed, and that's it. All right, homies, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.